So you've been appointed the personal representative of an estate. What do you do now? I'm going to answer that question on this video. Hi, I'm probate attorney Dan Scott, and I get that question all the time. If it's my client, I've already explained to them what they must do, the first 2 or 3 things. But sometimes I get the question from somebody on the phone. They went and got appointed as a probate, the personal representative, and now they're trying to figure out what to do next. Okay, so today I'm going to answer that for you. So you need to do 3 things right out of the chute once you get appointed as the personal representative. The first thing is go get a forwarding order entered at the post office to get the decedent's mail sent to you. Now that's assuming that the decedent has recently passed. Obviously, if it's been a long time, that's not as important. But the reason why you want the mail forwarded to you is because you've got an obligation to notify creditors that you're aware of. And if they're sending invoices, then you should be aware of them. The second thing is you may have recurring bills that are being debited on her account or his account, and you want to stop that. And so you want to be sure as soon as you get notice of it, then you can go ahead and stop those payments. The second thing is you need to close the bank accounts. Well, you say, well, wait a minute, Dan, you said that they might be recurring payments. Let me tell you, until you close the account, they may debit that account. So you want to close the account and open up a new account for the estate of Sally Johnson, right? Because that way you can account for all the money that you receive, and you just take the money that was in Sally's account when she was living, put it over into the estate account, and allows you money to pay the expenses of the estate, including your probate lawyer. And then the third thing you need to do is you got to notify the heirs. As the personal representative, you are responsible for notifying the heirs that you have opened an estate. And that's going to be heirs at law, and it's going to be any beneficiaries under the will. Now, if I'm your probate lawyer, usually I do that for you. But if you're doing it, or your probate lawyer is not going to do it for you, then you've got an obligation as the personal representative to do that. So who's an heir at law? Well, certainly the spouse is an heir at law, and certainly the children are an heir at law. And if there's deceased children, that is a child that's passed before the decedent passed, and then that they had children, those people are heirs at law. Now, they may not be included in the will, but you're still obligated to give them notice of the opening of the estate so that they can come in and say, wait a minute, that's not a good will. That's not a good will. Let's administer this thing intestate. I want intestate administration. And if you don't give them notice, then how are you going to cut off the rights? Okay? So those are 3 things you've got to do. Get a forwarding order, close the bank accounts, and notify the heirs. Okay? Now, that gets you started. I hope that'll be enough for today's video. Just come back here to this very location because we drop videos all the time. And I'll keep you advised of what you need to do. Talk soon.